Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Victoria and this is Time and Tenderness. It is now August, which means it is the height of summer here in the United States, and many families are on what's called summer vacation from school, and many are taking trips to enjoy the nice weather. Many families have a purpose for taking such trips. They want to make memories, they want to relax, but most importantly, what's important is to spend quality time together. So that is what the topic of today's video is the importance of spending quality time together, not just as a family, but as a couple, as a married couple. So let's jump right into it. Many couples nowadays find that their communication has started to suffer. Many couples today find that their communication is suffering. Even when they spend countless hours actually in each other's physical presence, they find that their communication skills have become laxed. So what are the reasons that might be? Even though a couple might be physically together, they might feel emotionally and communicatively distant. One of those reasons could be exhaustion. Couples will go throughout their day, come home from work, finish doing the housework, put the kids to bed, and then just sit on the couch and relax. And then they just don't feel or have enough energy or even mental energy to communicate and talk to each other. This is completely normal and something that many couples everywhere face. Another reason why, even though a couple might physically be together, but communication might be distant, is because of online distractions. Social media, online entertainment, the TV, video games, all of these things, you can be in the same room with the person that you love, but they could be doing a completely different activity and not paying attention to their loved one. And sometimes you might sit down and say, I'm gonna just check Instagram really quick and I'm only gonna spend 5 minutes, and before you know it, a whole hour has gone by. And next thing you know, you and your spouse are right next to each other and you two haven't said a word to each other the entire time you're sitting next to each other. Another reason communication might be strained is because of different interests. Now, it is wise and it is healthy to have your own set of hobbies, something that interests you, but we must be careful to keep our hobbies in their place. Don't want them to be all time consuming and take away from crucial time that should be spent with our loved ones. I know for me, I really love content creation. I love filming, I love editing, but I have a set time. If you guys haven't noticed, when I film my videos, that when my husband comes home from work, I'm no longer filming, I'm no longer editing. That is time spent for family. So if you find that your hobbies might be crowding out important quality time that should be spent with your spouse or with your family, maybe sit down and make a schedule that both benefits your mental health, keeps you happy and your hobbies up to date, but also allows for time to be spent together as a family. Now, this last area of what sometimes hinders communication is something I feel everybody deals with, and that is work. Because of technology, your job can be in constant communication with you all the time. That means emails, text messages, scheduling updates. They can come in at all hours of the day and night. And one might be tempted to constantly keep up with these and stay up to date because you want to be a good employee. You want to be a good worker and leave a good impression with your employer. But it is very important to have healthy boundaries and to know when to put your phone on Do Not Disturb and maybe silence those notifications so that you are not distracted from your family. Remember, you are always replaceable at work. You are not replaceable to your family. So what can we do to better enhance the quality of our quality time spent together as a family? Not only as a family, but also as a married couple in general. View your time together as a necessity, not a luxury. Going back to what I said earlier about summertime being a time when many families travel and they go on vacation, many people only view those planned trips as the only time to have good quality time with their family. And that should not be the case. You should be having quality time every single day with your family and with your spouse. Your actions should always show that you view your spouse and your family as more important than your work and your hobbies. Your family should never get only the leftovers of your time. Try not to leave things to chance. Make sure that you are scheduling quality time together, either every day, weekly, and even, yes, those vacations. But they shouldn't just be vacations or just allotted to the weekend. Quality time spent together can look like a meal shared together as a family at the dining room table, or drinking your morning cup of coffee free of distractions, free of cell phones, free of the TV with your spouse. And that last point kind of ties into the next point. Learn to say not right now to your electronic devices. Oftentimes, the constant bombardment of notifications can be extremely distracting. Utilize the screen time features on your cell phones. I know iPhone is great about that. You can set time limits to apps and even schedule do not disturb times so that no notifications, phone calls, or text messages come in. They come in silently and they can wait for a later time. There's always going to be text messages, there's always going to be notifications, there's always going to be new videos and new posts, but they're not going anywhere. They're going to stay there for you to scroll at the appointed time. Something that you might find strange is a great way to spend quality time together is to do chores together. Doing chores together is a great way to build up teamwork. You and your spouse, your family, your children, you can all work together at problem-solving skills while you're doing chores and running errands. One of my happiest memories as a child is doing a speed grocery shopping trip. My family drove through the night to go to the beach, and we got there really late, like 10 o'clock at night late, and the grocery store was getting ready to close. And we wanted to spend the entire following day at the beach. We didn't want to have to go to the grocery store and stock up at our rental. So what we did was we all decided what we were going to get. And with 5 minutes left for the grocery store to close, we all ran into the grocery store and grabbed exactly what we needed to get. And we got our grocery shopping for the week done in under 5 minutes. We did accidentally leave my brother in the grocery store though. But that being said, you never know when a happy memory is going to manifest itself. That was a chore, a grocery shopping trip, and it is one of the most memorable ones that I have. We were able to problem solve and get everything done in a timely and great fun manner. Remember to have realistic expectations with your quality time spent together. Your quality time spent together does not have to be this big formal to-do. There doesn't need to be a fire in the fireplace, classical music in the background, 2 glasses of wine, etc. And what your definition of quality time spent together might be different from what your spouse's or your husband's definition of quality time might be spent together. On one hand, you might like to go for a walk, but on the other hand, your spouse might just like to have a cup of coffee or a drink together. Remember to have reasonable expectations and allow for take and give. Maybe one day you go for a walk and then the next day you have a cup of coffee and you take turns doing what you both enjoy. So in conclusion, I have some questions to leave you. If spending quality time with your family or with your spouse is a struggle, or if you would like to improve upon it, here are some questions to ask yourself and maybe write them down and have a discussion with your spouse. And having this discussion might be a great way to spend quality time together. So the first question is, when it comes to spending quality time together, how would you rate that experience right now? And here's the second question. If you could give your spouse some kind and upbuilding constructive criticism about spending quality time together, what would you tell them? What improvements would you personally like to see when it comes to spending quality time together? How often does technology, work, or differences of opinion stand in the way of you getting quality time together? Is there any area in which you can improve in your reasonableness? And that kind of goes back to what I said about what it means for you to have quality time together versus what it means for your spouse. If your spouse is asking to go for a walk, but you don't want to go for a walk, could you be a little bit reasonable and maybe go for a walk? What changes can you do right now, today, this week, or in the coming days that will improve your quality time spent together? Remember, friends, view your quality time spent together as a necessity, not a luxury. Do not save it for those once-a-year vacations or just a couple hours on the weekend. Try and make time for it every day. Remember to keep your electronic devices and other distractions in their place. Utilize measures that technology has given us to silence those notifications and set time limits. Remember to do errands and chores together to help build up your teamwork and problem-solving skills. And most importantly, friends, have fun. This does not need to be burdensome. Well, friends, thank you for joining me in this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Leave me a comment down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.